Respected Chairman, I am delighted with the answer that Ayurveda, the aboriginal science, which is having a lot of material in the Vedic strictures and Talapatra, which is yet to attain the data level to information level and even yet to attain the research methodology, is also being considered to be an optional subject for the civil servants. Keeping the capacities and the ready reference capacities of the Honorable Minister in view, I would like to ask the Honorable Minister, as the sanctioned strength of the IAS being the 6,396 and the vacancies are at more than 1,500, what you are going to contemplate to fulfill, and are you going to expand the strength of the IAS, keeping in view the necessity of the administrative needs in the country? Thank you.
This is not related to the question.
No, Chairman, sir, it is an important issue that he has raised compared to the civil services. But this is a long story. I shall just try to cut it short. If we go back, actually the civil services across the world and across the Commonwealth started in 1855 by East India Company. That time it was known as Convented Civil Service, CCS. In 1858 it became Indian Civil Services, and then of course it got reincarnated as IAS. At that time the age was 18 to 23. So all these things get interconnected. The shortage of power, the shortage of personnel. It was assumed that a child does matric in time and then 3 years of graduation. So the best of the best would have become graduates by the age of 18. And therefore, to have the best of the best into these services, the age was 18 to 23. But then afterwards, it went on. I have a series of committees were formed, Khanna Committee, we had the Navekar Committee. Finally now, it has, if it will be amused, if I share with the House, the last age limit today is 47 years. 32 years for general category with 6 attempts. 37 years for scheduled caste, scheduled tribes with unlimited attempts. OBC 35 years, specially challenged, 10 years extra, above 37, which is 47. So obviously, when you have the entry happening at such a point, the superannuation also happens early. So certainly this requires a lot of consideration. We had constituted, in fact, I shared with this House in 2015, we set up a Baswan committee to look into this. It has furnished its recommendations even on these issues, how to make up this deficit. This deficit is partly because of this age criteria. This deficit is also partly because of the statistics of the mismatch between the aptitudes, the optional subject being one and the subject of preference being the other. And thirdly, also the cadre review from the states, because we also have a pattern of induction from the state provincial services into the IAS or the Indian services, which did not exist, of course, in the British Empire. Now, the cadre review delays from the state governments also actually make us difficult to fill the posts and that quota of the states into IAS in time. But having said that, I think this is an opportunity also to add that during the last 2-3 years, a number of measures have been taken to improve upon the capacity. For example, for the first time, we have introduced a program under the guidance of Honorable Prime Minister, a 3 months of mentorship cum internship period. Any new graduate or new civil servant, after coming out of Mussoorie, before goes to his cadre of allocation in the state, is to spend 3 months in the central government. So that gives an opportunity of a different kind of an exposure. Moreover, since I'm also dealing with the Ministry of Northeast, the Northeastern Council has taken upon itself the task of coaching Northeastern students in an institute called the famous Moray Institute in the Northeast. And the Prime Minister Excellence Awards, the spectrum has been enlarged. Earlier on, we were awarding only the civil servants. Now this also has a correlation with increasing deficit. Now we are giving the awards on the basis of the flagship programs of the government.
Thank you. Shri Amar Shankar Sable.